Now, there's still time for you to register to vote here in Marion County. That deadline, October 7th. Early voting gets underway the next day, October 8th at the City County Building. Satellite voting begins October 26th. Angela?
Scott, it's clear, it's mild. Most of the area in the 50s and 60s, the exception Indianapolis holding on to 70, but we're down to 59 degrees in Bloomington and Greencastle, 58 Terre Haute, 65 Richmond and Bedford, and currently 57 degrees in Kokomo. Don't think you'll need the sweatshirt or the jacket for kids at the bus stop. Early morning temperatures in the mid-50s, but we climb quickly, close to 60 by 9 a.m. for a mild start to our Wednesday. A much warmer afternoon. We were in the low to mid-80s today, expecting 90 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Francine upgraded to a hurricane. It strengthened earlier this evening. I'm going to have the latest track and the local impact, a rain chance later this week.
All right, Angela, we'll see you in a few minutes. And make sure you've got our WTHR weather app on your phone. That way you can check the current temperatures, what's expected in the coming hours, and our weather blog. It's all a free download. You can find it in the App Store. Tonight at 11, we've learned the 7 people on the city's investigative committee that will now examine how the mayor's administration and campaign handled sexual harassment complaints. Tonight, our Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick shares what comes next in this unprecedented situation.
Well, in a very quick meeting, the council's 2 party leaders chose the 7 councilors who will oversee this investigative committee. It includes 5 Democrats and 2 Republicans. City County Council is not wasting any time.
Councilor Carlino, Councilor McCormick.
Just a day after approving an investigative committee, its members are now appointed.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The 7 committee members will look into the handling of sexual harassment complaints by the mayor's administration and his campaign. They are expected to review the city's policies and oversee the investigation that will be conducted by an outside firm. Majority Leader Maggie Lewis selected 5 Democrats. Councilors Krista Carlino, Jessica McCormick, Kristen Jones, Rena Allen, and Andy Nielsen.
So I believe all of our colleagues are committed to this issue, but those individuals specifically, we know they have the time to do a deep dive into the work that's going to come before them.
Minority Leader Brian Mowry named 2 Republicans, himself and Councilor Josh Bain.
You know, this was a caucus decision on who to put on this committee, and we took a vote on this as a caucus and made sure we put the right people on there.
And it's been more than a decade since the council formed an investigative committee. The last time was in 2013 over concerns of the city's handling of the Regional Operations Center known as the Rock. Now, the committee's mission may be different, but its responsibility isn't.
We need to look into this in a serious matter and make sure that we're taking the necessary steps to try to prevent this in the future.
So far, a date has not been set for the committee's first meeting, but once they do, they will be required to meet once a month. At the City County Building, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
Changes tonight to a proposal that would mean raises for some city leaders. Tonight, a plan to give a raise to Mayor Joe Hogsett is no longer part of that proposal. The mayor said last month he would not accept a pay raise if it was approved by the council. Tonight, we just learned that part of the measure that addresses the mayor's salary bump will not take effect until after Hogsett's current term. The other raises included in the plan would begin next year. This proposal is expected to go before the full council for a vote later this month. Tonight at 11, we want to take a closer look at the moments before investigators say a woman was killed by her rideshare driver on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Right now, 29-year-old Francisco Valadez is under arrest. Now, we just got the court documents in this case. Our Logan Gay has been combing through them tonight. Logan joins us to break it down for us. Logan?
Those documents say Francisco Valadez told 2 different stories to investigators before admitting he shot 30-year-old Shanti Dixon. He reportedly told police she made a comment that angered him. Police say Valadez picked Dixon up around 3:30 Sunday morning to take her home, but she never made it there. Investigators tell us he shot her and then left her body in a wooded area near Raymond Street and South Sherman Drive. Court. Documents say Valadez told detectives he dragged Dixon's body from his car and put it behind a concrete barrier. Neighbors tell 13 News Dixon lived just yards away and had just moved in.
It affects us a lot because now it's like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And most of the girls out here are single moms. and stuff. There's not a man figure there. So, you know, and some of them come in late at night. You know, it's disturbing to know that it's not even safe to even come home anymore. It's kind of disturbing.
According to court documents, Valadez was working for Uber that night. Police urge anyone who encountered Valadez as a driver to come forward. Uber confirms Valadez has now been banned from driving for the company, and they will assist IMPD with the investigation.
All right, Logan, thanks so much. And police tonight are reminding people that rideshare services are generally safe to use, but they do recommend sharing your ride with people that you know. Verify the driver and the make of the car and trust your gut. Now to the Delphi murders investigation. Tonight, we are getting some new insight into a court filing that could ultimately delay this trial. This is a story we first brought you as breaking news last night at 11. Richard Allen's defense team wants the State Court of Appeals to overturn two of the judge's rulings before this trial begins in just 5 weeks. Richard Allen is charged with killing Abby Williams and Libby German in 2017. Now, in this motion that was filed yesterday, Allen's attorneys say that Judge Francis Gull's decision keeping jurors from hearing their theory that someone else committed the murders gutted their defense strategy. The defense team also wants the appeals court to reverse the judge's decision to allow Richard Allen's alleged confessions to be heard in court. But even if Judge Gull signs off on that motion, defense attorney Brad Banks, who is not involved with the Delphi case, isn't sure the Court of Appeals would agree to review it before the trial.
Historically, they would not agree to even hear it. They would say you have to wait till after trial, and then you can do that as a normal appeal.
So tonight, here's what we know about what's next. It could be more than a month before the judge in this case rules on the motion. The trial, again, is set to begin in October. You can read more about how this could all play out in the coming weeks right now. Just go to WTHR.com/Delphi, or you can scan this QR code.